Hey there, Bill Boggs here at the great Friars Club in New York in the Frank Sinatra Dining Room. Tonight we have a very big night honoring my friend, my fellow Philadelphian, Bobby RYDELL. And I think the thing that really made it all happen was the publication of Bobby's autobiography, Teen Idol on the Rocks.
Yeah.
Was
A Tale of Second Chances.
Yeah, what a metaphor. I mean,
absolutely.
on the rocks.
Absolutely a metaphor.
What, a lot of times when someone writes a memoir, it's like a catharsis. They get a lot out of their system. Was that true for you, or was it just really more nostalgic?
Well, when I got together with Alan Slutsky, who was the co-writer of the book, we sat for about 2 years, getting everything together. And I said to Alan, if I'm going to do an autobiography, I said, I got to be brutally honest.
Brutally honest.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's the way the book came out, and there's a lot of things in the book that people didn't know about me, my family, a lot of things. It's a good read. It's an interesting read.
No, I want to say, as a person who's reflexively gone into this position, plugging books on television for 40 years, this book, Bobby RYDELL, Teen Idol on the Rocks, A Tale of Second Chances, an excellent autobiography. Just one or two quick things. If you look at what a teen idol is, have you digested the fact that in our culture, you theoretically could be the very first true teen idol?
What?
Meaning, you were what, about 15, 16 years old?
My first hit record, I was 17, Bill.
All right, 17 years old, a teen audience. Can you think of any other singer who at age 17 had hit records? Maybe Fabian, maybe...
Oh, Frankie, I think, was 15. Frankie Avalon was 15 years old when he had, I believe, Dee Dee Dinah.
You are literally among the first handful of teen idols in the history of America. You're historic.
Yes, I am.
Not hysterical.
No, I'm historic in many ways.
Would you say, I know you started, we're both from Philadelphia, you started the Mastbaum Theater, Gene Krupa on the drums.
No, it wasn't the Mastbaum. It was the Earl.
Oh, even better.
The Earl Theater. I was 5 years old. My father took me to see Benny Goodman. I didn't know Benny Goodman. I was 5 years old. Went to see Benny Goodman, and one guy impressed me, and that was the drummer. His name was Gene Krupa.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know who that guy is, Daddy, but I want to be him.
So your father encouraged you and got you drums, right?
Yeah. I mean, he knew that I wanted to play the instrument. We went to South Street, a pawn shop, and he bought me a set of Revere drums, which... but it was a drum set,
And you were 5.
And 5, 6 years old, But when my dad was in worked for a place called the Electronite Carbon Company, lost his finger, they gave him a bonus. Yeah. He took me to 8th Street Music Sales.
Wow.
And there was a set of William F. Ludwig, right, WFL, Black Oyster Pearl.
Ooh.
The same set years later that Ringo played with the Beatles. I said, gotcha.
Would you say that you were on any level a music prodigy, meaning that your time was great, you learned the instrument quickly, you instantly had a voice, you were singing when you were in the crib practically?
Well, if I had any talent within me whatsoever, my dad was the first one to see it. So I think, Bill, about 7 years old, he used to take me around to clubs in Philadelphia, which I'm sure you're aware of, the RDA, the 2-4 Club, the BR Club,
the
CR Club. Well, ask the club owner, is it okay if my son got up and sang and did a couple impersonations? And I'm 7 years old, and I'm singing a few songs, and I do it for, a few imitations. People,
Jolson stuff?
No, I didn't.
Not that?
I didn't do Jolson. No,
not that. All right.
But anyway, I mean, people started applauding. I'm 7 years old. They said, "My God, all I have to do is do this and they do that. What a wonderful feeling that is."
I remember Sinatra telling me he used to stand on the piano. People threw pennies, and he thought, this is what a racket this is.
I did that at the VFW Club in Wildwood, New Jersey. I used to go in and sing, and they throw nickels, dimes, quarters.
Now let's go to one other thing in the book, because the trajectory of the book, and the book's available on Amazon, bookstores,
Barnes and Noble, libraries.
The trajectory is from big success of really hot years, 59 to 64, and a period of unbelievable excessive drinking that really affected your health.
Absolutely.
What was the lowest point in terms of the booze?
Well, it all started, Bill. I don't know if you ever remembered my first.
Camille.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were married for 36 years. She died in 2003 via breast cancer. And what a great marriage we had. We had 2 wonderful children. When I lost her, there was nobody to talk to, nobody to laugh with, nobody to smile with, nobody to cry with, nobody to tell your
So
problems
you got
to.
a new friend.
And unfortunately, I started off, kind of cool. I was okay, take a drink here and there, but then it became, I needed this guy, and to the point where I would say I started heavily, about 2005, right? And 2010, I went to a doctor in Philadelphia, Lankenau Hospital. He said, Bobby, if you don't stop drinking, you're going to be dead in 2 years. He was right on the money because 2012 I had a double transplant, liver and a kidney. But that all started with the loss of my wife, with Camille. I mean, that may sound foolish. A lot of people say, what are you talking about? Everybody, it hit me. It hit me really, really hard. And I turned to the bottle, and yes, it did. It became my best friend.
And the interesting part of the story here is, and you hit that low point, that nadir, and what it means and how he came back to go on to continue to do 800 shows with the Golden Boys and get the voice back, get the stamina back. Here's the book, Bobby RYDELL, Teen Idol on the Rocks. Good metaphor in the title.
Yes, it
is.
is.
Pleasure, Bobby.
Always a pleasure,
Always
Bill.
a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And thank you, Stephen.
Thanks, Steve.